I think the thing which I'm most annoyed at with my behavior and habits, social media is one of them. I even have the time limit on Instagram for how much time I spend on it. It's like, you've been on for 1 hour, and I just ignore. I'm like, it's crazy, and I'm spending too much time on it. The way they suck you in, they get you every single time.
Meditation really helps with this. I think that's the best benefit. It's like, so maybe on average, it's like half an hour passes by till you realize, oh, I'm wasting time, and you get off. With meditation, like, you just become way more conscious and aware.
For an absolute newbie when it comes to meditation, what do I need to do? I think the thing which I'm most annoyed at with my behavior and habits, social media is one of them. I even have the time limit on Instagram for how much time I spend on it. It's like, you've been on for 1 hour, and I just ignore. I'm like, it's crazy, and I'm spending too much time on it. Like, I say to myself, I go through periods of time where I'm like, this is ridiculous, I need to fix this, and then I just completely forget about it. And the way they suck you in, they get you every single time. So I am literally contemplating deleting the apps on my main phone, having my work phone with the apps on, and then any work which I need to do on Instagram, I will go on my work phone, done. And then I can just use this phone for anything else which I need to use it for.
Meditation really helps with this. I think that's the best benefit. It's like, so maybe on average, it's like half an hour passes by till you realize, oh, I'm wasting time, and you get off. With meditation, like, you just become way more conscious and aware. So when I started meditating, like, I was doing it quite extreme, like 60 minutes a day. But honestly, it got to the point where, like, I wouldn't even accidentally click on it anymore. Everything I did became with intention and purpose. So if there was a time that I clicked on it, to post something or something, I'd literally posted it and went off. But as I've times where I've not meditated as much, I find myself more prone to these things. Like, you probably know, with social media and everything, what they're trying to take from you is attention. And meditation is literally the skill of harnessing your attention for yourself. That's why I preach it so highly, because it's literally, I think, the number one needed skill to fix mental health these days, because most of our mental health problems are coming from our smartphone, social media. And if you have the ability to control your attention and just, really choose, okay, how long do I want to be on Instagram right now? Like, I'm on it, like, I've got a new account, literally maybe 2-3 minutes a day now. I just don't even, I was going to say I follow no one. I follow you and 2 other guys literally. And I don't even look at your posts or anything. Like, maybe if you've got a story whilst I've opened, okay, quick, I'll look at that. But it's like, Tate says this, he said he does everything with purpose, with consciousness. I don't think he's a master meditator or anything, but when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, that really sounds like what a high level of meditation does to you. You ever meditated?
Do you know what? I think that is the answer to a lot of my problems. I think, especially this year, I'm trying to take on a little bit more. So there's more responsibility, more staff, even with just doing this podcast. I can't help but constantly pre-plan things in advance. So typically I'd be like, right, okay, let's go to bed. And if I've got a podcast the next day, then all I can think about is the podcast and the questions I'm going to ask and how the conversation is going to go. And then I get worked up. And then before I know it, my heart rate's gone up and I just can't sleep for shit. So I feel like if I can master this art of meditation and doing it regularly, I think I'm just going to be so much more relaxed. My ultimate dream is to go to bed, lie down, out. That's what I want. Very rarely happens.
Yeah.
Even I have this, I'm trying to...
Is that whoop?
Yeah. I'll admit, even though I know the things which I need to do before bed to enhance and seduce myself into having a good night's sleep, I'm not doing those things.
It's so interesting you use that exact phrase. I know what I should do, but I don't do it, because I hear that exact sentence all the time. And that's why I tell guys, just meditate. Literally, it's just an attention problem. It's nothing else. You're an extremely disciplined, hardworking guy, so we know you've got the capability for it. It's just that using modern technologies has deteriorated some of your attention, because most likely, unless you're drinking caffeine really late or something, but most likely there's no physical issue for you to fall asleep. It's all in your mind, isn't it? It's because your attention's going somewhere else. If you're able to control your attention, I not to boast, but I can fall asleep in 10 minutes every single night, no problem at all. I have deeper sleep problems later on in the night. REM sleep's a bit fucked from trauma and everything, but my sleep habits and falling asleep absolutely perfect, just because of honestly meditation, and then like some good habits before bedtime, not like using caffeine, not really going on your phone. But if that's one of your biggest problems, honestly, 5 minutes of meditation every single morning.
So what the basic steps for an absolute newbie when it comes to meditation? What do I need to do?
So the way I would recommend is you download a nice app on your phone.
Yes,
there's
another app.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you can just use like a YouTube video if you want. They're all pretty much the same. I like an app called Medito, and everyone can go down. It's completely for free. It's like by volunteers and everything. I've always used that. And nowadays I don't really do normal meditation. I do deep breathing. So you might like that as well, because that relaxes you and brings your heart rate down even more. So when you're tracking it on the Whoop, it'll be nice to see, because you'll literally see your heart rate go down. So deep breathing, any deep breathing app, any deep breathing like YouTube video, and you just follow like a certain sort of breathing template, like a structure for 5 minutes or so. And the way I'd explain it, because a lot of these apps don't actually like literally tell you what to do. They kind of like, guide you through it, but they don't tell you what the point of meditation is. And I figured this out really early. I could be wrong, but like the way I thought of it is we focus on one main thing. So it's usually the breath. That's completely our focus. Within literally a split second, your attention has deviated to somewhere else, and you're thinking about the podcast tomorrow, you're thinking about high school, you're thinking about another fake Nazi video or anything. Your attention's gone. And you're not really aware that it's like, you're not consciously thinking, oh, it's gone, for like maybe a couple of seconds, because you're still breathing, you think you're focused on your breath, and then you realize, oh, I was deep in thought. That moment when you realize that you're deep in thought, all you've got to do is not hate on yourself, just bring the attention back to the breath. It's this process of going from the thought to back to the breath. That's like doing like one bicep curl to the brain. If you do that 10 times a day, that's awesome. That's already progress. Once you get to the point of doing that maybe 100, 200 times a day, which, it's these micro moments. Maybe it'll happen 10 seconds from now. Maybe it'll happen when you go into the toilet later. I reckon a couple hundred times a day, you'll absolutely be passing out at nighttime.
Yeah.